God is about to prove it to you. All 5 of them are coming for you. You've cried and said, God, when are you going to prove that all I went through wasn't for nothing? You've been faithful, you've been kind, you've stayed quiet while they mocked you. You watched people rise before you, get celebrated before you, and all you heard was a word from God. But God is about to prove it. Hallelujah. You won't have to defend yourself. You won't have to post about it. God says, I'm sending it back to you in 5s. 5 confirmations, 5 signs, 5 returns. Everything that walked away, ignored you, or rejected you is now coming back around. Hallelujah. Just like Joseph in the Bible, who dreamed of greatness as a boy but spent years in betrayal, prison, and waiting. What God promised will arrive exactly as He did. 1. The people who overlooked you are coming back. Just like Joseph's brothers. Genesis chapter 42 verse 6, it says, when Joseph's brothers arrived, they bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. Joseph was the ignored one, the betrayed one, the one thrown into a pit. But when famine hit, the very brothers who sold him came searching. God is saying, the people who counted you out will be the same ones to confirm your calling. They won't just apologize, they will need you. Not out of pity, but divine positioning. Get ready. The ones who walked away from you in immaturity will return in humility. Hallelujah. 2. The opportunities that passed you by are circling back. Like David's throne, in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 5 verse 3, it says, all the elders of Israel came to David at Hebron, and they anointed David king over Israel. So David waited years after rejection and false starts. Joseph waited years in prison. Opportunities that looked lost were simply delayed until they aligned with God's timing. So God is saying that He is proving it. The opportunity that seemed gone is coming back to you. That call, that email, that promotion, that approval, it's being redirected with your name on it. Hallelujah. 3. The one who rejected you will see what they lost, like Joseph before Pharaoh. So in the book of Genesis 41 verse 14, Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and the Lord was with Joseph, giving him success in everything that he did. So Joseph's dream was mocked, but when the timing came, Pharaoh, the one who initially had no idea of Joseph's greatness, elevated him. So some of you have been rejected in relationships, in jobs, in partnerships. They thought walking away would bring them better, but now they'll see what they left behind. God says the season has shifted. They'll recognize the value that they ignored. Hallelujah. 4. The enemies who mocked you will have to testify, like Pharaoh and Moses. Exodus 12 verse 31 says, Pharaoh sent for Moses and Aaron during the night. Get out, take your people and go. So Pharaoh mocked Moses for days. He thought the power was his, but in one night, God flipped the story. So there are people who refuse to open doors for you. God is saying they will have no choice but to send for you. Divine favor turns rejection into recall. Hallelujah. 5. Your promise, position, peace, and purpose are all coming for you. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 2 says, all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you because you obey the Lord your God. So Joseph's rise included promise. His dreams came true. Position. He became second in command in Egypt. Peace. His life was aligned with God's plan. 4. Provision. He gained wealth, marriage, and influence. 5. Purpose. He understood why he endured betrayal and prison. So God is also saying, this is your season. Everything that seemed delayed, lost, rejected is now being released to you. Hallelujah. So yes, you may feel like you are in a waiting season, but God is working overnight shifts in your favor. Like Joseph, what was once a dream is about to be reality. The 5 confirmations, 5 divine proofs, 5 signs of favor are coming straight to you. Hallelujah. Declare this. God is proving it. All 5 are coming for me. My Joseph moment is here. Hallelujah. Comment this. This is my proof season if you receive it. So because what's coming for you will leave everyone wondering, how did God do this? and you will know He's always had you in His hands. Hallelujah.